What's going on, Jerome's beautiful Saturday? Birds are chirping and stuff. It's time for another Vikings news dump. He sees you when you're pooping. And also, this was unplanned. So, of course, Nas Reed, LSU hat. Nas went to LSU, Skol SU. Everything's connected, man. That's right. Also right is, well, actually wrong. The players voting on the top 100. Now, the NFL top 100 list has been around for what, 15 years now? Something like that. Something ridiculous. Every single year, it doesn't matter. It's controversial. And the obtuse sentiment is, well, I mean, players play the game, so they must know. It's not it, man. It's certainly not it. Players don't do the research on every single player in the game, right? Because dirty little secret is, hey, we focus on opponent. We focus on specifically the position we're going up against. We focus on our peers. We focus on whoever's on the schedule and division. That's it. That's it. Like, they don't really, obviously they have a sense of what's going on, but they're human. They're just like the rest of us. They'll vote on legacy. They'll vote on name brand. They'll vote for their friends. They'll vote for their teammates. It's a flawed and very stupid list. And every single year, it's just like whatever. Except for last year when Justin Jefferson was number 2. Then it was accurate. But this year, the main controversy is Tyreek Hill being voted number 1. Last year, he was number 7. But notably, the fall from grace is Patrick Mahomes from 1 to 4. Now, this is just straight up jealousy, right? You think that Buffalo Bills players, you think that Niners players, you think that Ravens players, Dolphins players are going to vote for Mahomes 1. Now, it's exactly what this is. Like, you cannot tell me with a straight face that Tyreek Hill is a better player than Patrick Mahomes. Well, Mahomes didn't win the MVP. Don't care. Do not care. Did he win another Super Bowl? Yes, he did. Is he fastly rising up as the greatest player of this generation? Yes. Well, he's already there. And Tyreek, don't get me wrong, Tyreek is an elite receiver, but I'm taking Justin Jefferson every single day and twice on Sunday, man. Like Tyreek is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but Justin Jefferson, even with the injury, I do not care. Don't care at all. Like, Aaron Rodgers had the injury and he still made the list. So stupid, man. But of course, we know what's really up. The real numero uno. Now, again, hey, the players know the game better than anyone, right? So even though I thought that Riker might have to wait a year or two, specifically because he hasn't kicked in the NFL yet, but will the thrill? Actually, I do not want a kicker that's thrilling. I want a kicker that is boring as hell, robotic. Justin Tucker, set it and forget it. You're good to go. So maybe will no thrill Riker? I don't know, man. But look at the top 10. So Tyreek at 1, Lamar at 2. I think that's what's more controversial. Like, I like Lamar Jackson. You cannot tell me for like 2 seconds that Lamar is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. It's ridiculous. McCaffrey's up there, yes. Garrett, Jones, Trent Williams. Yeah, TJ Watt, Travis Kelce. Is Travis Kelce still a top 10 player in the league? I don't know. I love that Max Crosby got respect. Max Crosby is a bad boy, man. Like, I wanted Crosby so bad out of Eastern Michigan. Called him Baby Jared Allen in the draft. Worked out, man. But yeah, this entire list just it's reason 5,972 why people shouldn't be allowed to vote on anything. And again, Jefferson coming off the injury, don't care. How is he 18? How is he the third best wide receiver in the league? It's just so stupid. And again, look at this list. So Parsons, Dak, CD, all up in the top 17. So the only people who voted on this list are Cowboys, Dolphins, and Tyreek Hill. That's it. That's it, man. That's the only way to explain it. It's just so ridiculous. And also, so FanDuel put out their wide receiver power rankings. Jefferson is at 1. He's too low. Chase 2, CeeDee Lamb at 3, Tyreek Hill 4. So Tyreek Hill in these power rankings, number 4 receiver in the league, but he's number 1 player overall. Okay. Also, I love the Puka sneaks in the top 10 here. That's accurate. That is astute. A lot of places have Diggs in the top 10. I don't think he's top 10 anymore. Nah. Also, Ayuk over Debo, accurate. Very accurate. There you go. But also accurate. So, quarterback controversy. Well, actually, not really. Competition. Even though Darnold finally reclaimed his spot back in control of things, which is good. And McCarthy, McCarthy, frankly, had his worst practice on Friday. It just sort of is what it is. There's going to be growing pains. There's a learning curve, and people expect progress to be linear. It's not. It's up and down, up and down, up and down, kind of like the stock market. It's a rough morning. Anyways, but slinging Sam Darnold. And we did a video where we said that we're proud of Sam Darnold, the way that he responded, which is good because there's everything's not going to be perfect this year. There is going to be circumstances. There is going to be rough times, and he is going to make mistakes. Can he rebound? And that's been the major question about Sam Darnold. But also, I forgot about this. So when the Vikings played at Carolina in the Zimmer era, Sam Darnold was the quarterback of the Panthers, and the Panthers were down 8 and at their 4-yard line, and Darnold marched them 96 yards and the 2-point conversion. KJ scored the game-winning touchdown in overtime, so it was moot, but that showed some cojones. Because also, I think they converted like a 3rd and 14, like in the shadow of their end. Well, it couldn't have been 14. It was 3rd and forever. Actually, it might have been 4th down. Doesn't matter. I should get these details right. Doesn't matter. But with Darnold, I like how he rebounded. Had a great couple of touchdowns. Addison, really nice one to Johnny Munt off of off-schedule play. And he rebounded well. And McCarthy, sort of up and down. He had some nice throws, had some questionable ones. But also, he got his first reps with the first team in red zone. And he had an end around at Addison, who scored, sure. And then threw one that probably should have been picked. So, yeah, it's up and down. But I do think that this is going to be something fun to watch. Night practice and then the next 3 preseason games over the next month. So I still think that Darnold's in the driver's seat. It was getting close. Like if Darnold had just been collapsing in on himself like a dying star, and then McCarthy continued to rise, I think it would have been a lot closer. But after Friday, I think that Darnold is back in control. Also, someone have a great camp. Oh, the other first-round pick, Diamond Dallas Turner. Now, sort of under the radar because, well, first off, it's hard for defenders to really make a splash at training camp since there's really no tackling. Right, so obviously can't tackle the quarterbacks, but also sort of an unspoken rule like there's no real tackling to the ground in general. So like running backs, like you wrap and just sort of drop and blah, blah, blah. But Diamond Dallas has had some nice reps, one-on-ones. There's some clips of him going up against Walter Rouse and just completely dominating the man from Oklahoma. But I think Turner's going to be a contributor. Like maybe he won't be an every down starter, with AVG and Grenard in there, but he'll be in that mix, man. At minimum, he'll be a legit assassin as a pass rush specialist. Although I do think that Flores sees him as a 3-down player. I think that he has improved technique in terms of setting the edge. Also, he's really damn good in coverage. Like I'll love Daniil forever, but Diamond Dallas is a true blue outside, a 3-4 outside linebacker. Just going to get things done, man. I think that he has a chance. He'll probably play a little bit in preseason. I think he has a chance to put on a show. Absolutely, man. Overall, the defense did really, really good on Friday as well. Also, a couple UDFAs on defense are rising. Gabriel Murphy sort of rotating in as a 4th, 5th edge rusher. And I do think the Vikings will go 5 deep at that spot. And also, Dwight McLaughlin rising up, working with the 1s, but primarily with the 2s. And he's had some great reps. Now, McLaughlin and Murphy, they went undrafted because they didn't check all the boxes athletically. Don't care. Murphy's production, he had like a 17% pressure rate at UCLA. And yeah, it was opposite Latu, as well as they had his twin brother Grayson on the Bruins as well, but he could bring it. Dwight McLaughlin, PFF's highest graded cornerback last season, competing in the big bad SEC and really dueling against some elite receivers week in, week out. And he did the damn thing at Arkansas. He was solid at LSU as well, where he had some crossover with Vikings defensive backs coach Durante Jones. That could be one of the reasons why he was attracted here in the first place. So I'm all for it, man. And also, since Kwesi took over in 2022, so 2022, Ryan Wright, punter from Tulane, was solid for a year, UDFA. Ivan Pace Jr., Andre Carter II, hopefully Carter II pans out. Pace is already on track to be a superstar, 2 other great UDFAs. And then this year, Deshaun Jones, who I think is going to make a push to roster, probably practice squad though. And I think Murphy and McLaughlin are stone cold lead pie blocks for the 53. I mean, hey, F them picks. We're so good at undrafted free agents, just F them picks. Except for the first rounder. That's it, man. Speaking of those picks, though, 7th rounder Levi Drake Rodriguez, pride of Texas A&M Commerce. So he's getting after things, man. And you can see like the heart and the hustle getting after things. Primarily second team, but sprinkling in a little bit of first team work as well in sub package. And I think that he is a guy that can bring a little bit of juice. Yeah, like the juice, huh? Because it's a passer and get the passer league, and LDR could help in the latter. Although we'll have to check out his arm. We'll see. I'm sure he'd be good to go. But with Rodriguez as well as Jaquelin Roy, just defensive tackles who can blow up a B gap and just get after things. All heart, all hustle. I think the fans are really going to like him. Like in preseason, he's one of the guys like I'm most excited to see in a preseason game situation, just getting after things. I think that he has a solid shot at making the 53 as well. Lastly, this one's great. I know that people say, it's like, oh, why do you keep talking about Kurtz, bro? He's gone. Don't care. If you don't like it, start your own channel. But also, the Vikings play the Falcons like week 14 or something like that. It's close enough. Yeah. But we said that the task for Kirk Cousins is going to be kind of tough. Like, he got paid the money. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. But the Falcons drafting Penix. I mean, Penix is an older prospect. He's been there, done that, got the T-shirt. He's 24, going to be 25. And he's got a big-time arm. He's made some great throws at training camp. He is charismatic. He is left-handed. He is mobile to a degree, as well as he's an African-American quarterback in Atlanta. All right, so Kurt just has to defeat all of that and just make a city and a state love him. Good luck with that. But I mean, Michael Penix Jr. understood the assignment, just rolling up in like the old school Michael Vick 7 jersey. I mean, there had to be also. Why's he got lotion in his backpack? But the whole thing is that fans had to see that at camp and just like, good to go, man. Also, I think they had practice inside Mercedes Stadium. Also, they keep cocking off as like, hey, we have cheap concessions. No one's there for the pretzels. We're there for burr and football. That's it, man. That's it. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. The true number 1 NFL Top 100. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.